Hello, YouTube. Thank you for tuning in again for another book review. I try to read books that call to me, that are of interest, that are self help books or encourage some type of healing in myself, and then I do reviews on them. But I'm not limited to the type of books I read, I just read what I read. So today I have read the book Heal Your Ancestral Roots. Release the Family Patterns That Hold You Back by Anuradha Dayal-Gulati, PhD. The book is like this. Took me a few days to read because I had things going on, but the book is just a little under 250 pages. And so basically the author talks about how she was in academia. She was an economist. I believe she studied economics. She's from India and, went to the US, emigrated to the United States, got married, had her children there. And as she went through life, she discovered her purpose, which was healing ancestral energy fields and using flower essences as energy medicine to help people heal the parts of themselves that cannot be traced to anything they've done, but traced back to ancestral karmic relationships and things like that. So essentially the author left her life in India. She was raised by two very different families, one religious and more traditional, and the other more free thinking and westernized. And as she grew into her adult years, she realized that the patterns that most people try to break from their family lines, they end up repeating. So this could be examples she gave were somebody who has an alcoholic parent and distances themselves from that parent. They in turn eventually end up drinking themselves. Or family members who may choose to follow a particular career path, end up repeating some of the errors of their own parents or grandparents, whether that's like losing a business or being betrayed by a business partner. Lots of ways that patterns and families can repeat. Another example she used in the book was a mother who was widowed, used to have a lot of energy and be very carefree, caring of her children. But when her husband passed away, she became depressed and drew into herself. So her own children felt like they needed to caretake. And then in turn, when those children were ready to have romantic relationships, they couldn't really have a healthy communication pattern or style because they felt that there was going to be abandonment. So it's very interesting, this book, because when we talk about our ancestors, I think most people don't think about the fact that patterns are repeated. We talk a lot about generational trauma in psychology. I think that in a more spiritual sense, our ancestors do live in us. And when we choose to heal ourselves inside our own selves and change our perceptions and our ideas of victimhood, blaming our parents or our grandparents for the way our life turned out, and we look inside, we tend to change the energy field of our ancestors. So that's what the author is talking about. I found it very interesting because it talks a lot about looking inside of ourselves instead of being victims, reframing the way we tell our stories, And when we reframe that, our energy shifts and we heal. We no longer blame or self criticize. We have more compassion for ourselves and more compassion for even our family members we don't necessarily get along with or want to be around. When we reframe and think about, and basically have empathy and think about what was it about this person's life where they didn't receive the nurturing they needed. And I found the book to be really interesting. I like how she talks about her own life, and how she had trouble, going into her career field. And a lot of people who want to go into career fields that are not defined, especially healing, energy work, the work of energy practitioners. That could be massage therapists. That could be energy workers who work with chakras. This could be flower essence practitioners or ancestral healing practitioners. They often have like a life journey that's very unclear and could bring it in a lot of fear, but she encourages the reader to follow their intuition and to use 4 pillars, which is the pillars of really diving into your own energy, self-compassion for yourself, doing your inner work, leaning on your ancestors, having faith in the universe, source, the divine, God, the Most High, whatever name you choose to call the one consciousness. And then also the 4th pillar is, so I said, the Most High, or having faith, trusting in yourself, trusting in the ancestors, and then having a relationship with the land, with Mother Earth. That is the main giver of life to us as human beings, and to the other beings of this planet is the land, where we get our food, where our resources, our building materials. And so the book really made me personally think about my own family structure, and then just being grateful and having gratitude for what I do have, because that attracts positive energy. I really like this book. This is a book I would like to actually buy and own, and go back to and read, and to just remind myself that the ancestors, the land that the ancestors walked on, everything is connected. And it's just kind of beautiful, actually. I truly enjoy reading it. I'd highly recommend. And again, thank you so much. If you like, please comment, subscribe, support the channel, and let me know if you have recommendations on other books that are spiritually focused and grounded, just like this one. Thank you and have a good one.